Turning our attention now to another flailing Democrat who's currently being called out by a leading journalist for threatening to do to our entire country what he's been doing for years to his home state of California, which, by the way, is my home state, right here, California. In an extremely revealing recent interview, well-known reporter Katie Couric actually challenges presidential hopeful Gavin Newsom's smug arrogance by confronting him with the grim consequences of his harmful policies. During an appearance to promote his new book, the left-leaning journalist catches the Golden State governor completely off guard when she points out just how dreadful his administration's programs have been to the people of California. Absolutely. For starters, she begins by telling him in no uncertain terms that voters all across the country are extremely concerned when it comes to measurable statistics regarding his state's economy and quality of education. She then goes on to spring a total surprise on gruesome Newsom by revealing that right now, California is tied with Louisiana for having the highest poverty rate in the entire country. And think about that. Really let that sink in. She then goes on to blindside him further by letting him know that his state, my state as well, currently has our nation's highest unemployment rate as well. Unfortunately, her indignant tirade doesn't stop there. Working up a full head of steam, she also lets him know that according to the New York Times, even the notoriously inadequate schools in Mississippi are now outperforming his education system, especially when it comes to disadvantaged children. She finishes up by telling him sooner or later, when voters catch wind of all those facts, they're likely to turn their backs on California completely and say no thanks to the governor once and for all.
But you can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed?
Now, for his part, Newsom responds by giving Couric a long-winded, nonsensical, and basically incoherent lecture that apparently has something to do with the poverty rate, housing, supply and demand, and more. Then goes on to have the audacity to actually brag about California's entire education system, claiming that vast improvements are being made daily. No, they're not. And that test scores are currently skyrocketing across the board. That's kind of questionable. In the meantime, lawmakers are adding fuel to the fire and warning that Newsom's so-called green agenda is gumming up the works as well and threatening to wreak further havoc on California's economy by causing their state's already inflated gas prices to eventually soar above, and get this, $8 a gallon. I'm going to have to buy a pogo stick to get around town. This is the News Roundup Lowdown. Check this out. You got to pay close attention to this story because this Gavin Newsom character is every bit as crooked as the maniac from Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz. Crooked, crafty, conniving, and too ambitious for his own good. This gruesome fella is so bent, he'd try to sell a used car to a guy confined to a hospital bed if he thought he could score a quick buck. Now, look, brag all you want about the great success you've had in California, but your state is a mess with a massive homeless population, sanctuary cities, violent crime, and the highest gas prices in the country. And again, we just said it, gas prices could hit $8 a gallon right here. Very soon, gas in California is going to cost more than the car you're trying to fill up. Next item, education. The wannabe emperor brags about offering free school meals and savings accounts for kindergartners. Well, newsflash, it's not the job of the state to feed and pay school children. You're missing the point. Simply focus on the 3 R's, reading, writing, and recess. And do your job, Governor. You know, to be fair, for those who are fond of failure upon failure concerning crime, the unhoused population, unaffordable cost of living, comical fuel prices, and more, then maybe this Governor Newsom fella, Gavin Newsom, is just what we need to keep our country strong, prosperous, and, in fact, the envy of the free world. Hey, Bill Thomas here. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. And don't forget to check out our channel, News Roundup with Bill Thomas. And that's where you can catch our full program and more videos. And we'll see you right back here next time.